What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Trucker. Oh, I look a hot mess. Been freaking running my butt off, man. Been running my butt off. You know what? Excuse me. I do flatbeds, so freaking sweaters like 30 and stuff. So pardon me, but I haven't dropped a little video in a while. But I just been freaking running so hard. But I got one subscriber. And thank you to that subscriber, man. Because that's my first subscriber. So he or she or the person motivated me to I had a freaking mess with my truck. The person motivated me to continue to do videos. When I saw that one subscriber, like sheesh, it was like looking at like I don't know, like a lot of subscribers. But let's get to it. All right, so I want to talk about and hopefully this video doesn't get cut off. If it does, it's gonna suck. I'm gonna have to redo this because I'm at kind of a spot where I don't know I'm supposed to be parked here. I offloaded, but they've got a bunch of space here. But whatever, if they tell me to move, I move. And I'm waiting on a load right now. So yeah, but and my boss might call me. So. Because we had a load going up to Minnesota. I'm in Alabama, just offloaded. We got a load going up to Minnesota, and then that was about 1,200 miles. And then he just texted me, like right before I started this video. He's like, "The load canceled. We're finding something else." I'm like, "All right, cool." So that was that. All right, what I want to talk about in this video. I want to talk about trucker pay. So what I want to talk about, there's a question out there that goes around quite often. It's like, what's the best way to get paid? Is it percent? Is it by the mileage? Is it by the percent of the load? Is it by the mileage? Or is it hourly? Then there's probably other ones that I can't think of. I'm gonna talk about those three though, because that's what by experience I know about, and which one is better, and which one is not. And going into that is what I want to say about. Well, going straight into it is there's no better way, in my opinion. And let me tell you why. This is my opinion. Everyone's got their own opinion, and this is also for company drivers. Owner-operator, that'll be a whole another subject. I am a company driver, if you're not aware. I drive, I pull a 53-foot flatbed, Conestoga. I love it. Ask me, I love it. I can't do that tarpon crap. What led me into it, that's another story. But I tried flatbed. I started with a company. Their equipment was crappy, and I was tarping the first week, 2 weeks. But I ended up getting like a ticket for the equipment 2 times in Montana. So I'm like, man, I gotta go. I'm gonna lose my damn license messing with these people. So I was looking, and then I ended up finding a company that pulled the curtain road, which is called the Conestoga, where you just roll the curtain road forward, backward. And ever since then, I was like, shoot. I mean, everyone's different, but big up to those guys that tarp for sure. I have some tough skin for that, especially in the winter right now. But listen, I love me this damn freaking Conestoga. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, so that's what I do. I'm a company driver. So yeah, get to it because I get off track. And this is all freestyle. Sorry guys if it don't come out. I'm trying to just give you guys information. But anyway, so again, man, I had a good point. There we go. Me talking my crap. All right, so you got percent. You've got, what else, guys? Percent, hourly, and mileage. For company driver pay, which one do I think is better? Again, it all depends. It really all depends. All right, I had the option. Let me give a quick example. I had the option to go, and I've done all three, actually. A little bit on the hourly, not long I lasted there. But number one, when I came to this company, I had the option to go percent or to go by the mile, right? I chose by the mile. Why? Because due to my past experience, And, you know, I actually drove when I was driving flatbed back then. I noticed that the deadhead miles were like killer. They were like a lot. They would add up at the end of the week. You know, it's like when you're doing flatbed, your deadhead miles could be a whole lot longer than just the dry van. So I was noticing that, and I was on percent at the time. I was noticing that. I'm like, shoot. And I was just crunching numbers at the end of the week. And I was like, man, it's pretty solid. So I feel as though that I go to say that I feel as though it really depends what you're doing. If I was by, it really depends what you're doing. If I was local, depending. If I was local, where you're only doing 200 miles up, 200 miles down, right? That's 400 miles a day. Let's say you're doing that 5 days a week. That's 2,000 miles. I don't think you want to be by just strictly mileage, because it's one thing. A lot of local guys, there's another way to get paid, and it's mileage and certain things you do. Like you drop a trailer, you drop a trailer, you pick up a trailer, you hook up a double, you bump a dock. I don't know much about that, but I know that's the way a lot of these LTL companies get paid. So you getting mileage, that works, because now you're getting mileage and you're getting what do you call it, guys? You're getting mileage and you're getting all these extra things that add up at the end of the week. So you could just do 2,000 miles and you're straight. But back to the mileage that I was doing. So I was getting percent. Another thing too, I'm just gonna throw it all out there because I'll be forgetting shit, man. And I can't just put it all in like one line. It just be coming out of left field, bap, 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 like jabs from Mike Tyson. But all right. So another thing is, all right, before I did that percent, no, no, all right. When I was doing percent, I was working percent for this one company in the Northeast. I was doing regional Northeast, probably as low as Virginia. West is no, we didn't even do Ohio. West is probably Pittsburgh, and then everything, forget it. Maine, New Hampshire, all that up there I did. Anyway, I was doing percent with them. Mind you, the money was good. The money was very good. But what I was noticing, you're always, especially when you're on the hustle, when you're on the super duper grind, you're always trying to get more, because that's why you're on the hustle. You just want that more for whatever reason. You got a short-term goal, long-term goal. So I was noticing, all right, man, I'm noticing I'm on the verge of, this is me on percent. I'm noticing I'm on the verge of hitting that good mark this week. That one of the best marks I could hit, that I've been hitting. And I'm like, man, hold on, there's like 2 days left still. And if I was, mathematically do these numbers right, and I just check it, I'm like, I could be doing way better than I've done yet. And some weird way, I'm on percent. The number isn't bigger than my best week. And I started catching on to that. If that makes any sense, guys, because I know I could explain shit a little weird. But the number was not any better than, it was like, what the hell just happened? I had 2 days left and I was almost at my mark. And how am I at my mark again? How did I not overpass that? And that goes to say, percent, and everybody can say what they want. There's probably very few companies that sit here and fully give you the rate con, the exact rate con. It's just the way the game is. It's the way the game was bred. It's just the way the game is, man. So I was cool with that. I already knew that. I was fine with that. I caught on to that way back. But I was okay, because I'm like, all right, this load, let's just say, I get percent of the load. This load is $1,000. I'm getting, let's just say, there's an example, $200 for that. 20%, let's just say, which is not the number usually. Usually the least is 25. But I'm getting 20 for easy sakes. I'm getting 20% of that $1,000. It doesn't matter. So the next time I do that load, it just, man, I'm like, my mind is bobbled right now, yo. What I'm trying to say is that they were always keeping me at this mark. It didn't matter. They would always, it's like, okay, look at this driver number 3 is already at $1,400. Okay, he's good. We can just lower the rest of the rate throughout the week. Like they are gonna cut the rates regardless. And again, I was fine with that because I'm making my money at the end of the week. Regardless, I'm making my money. So, and that's what I like about, just make sure if you're a percent, don't fall in that mind trap. This has been going on before you start. It's just been going on for years. Probably when people were hauling freight on horses, it's been going on for years. Like, this is just not something that you can control. You want control? The only way you're gonna get control, and I'm not saying it's the way to go, but the only exact way you're gonna get control, one of the best ways to get control, get your own authority, get the rate exactly from the broker. Because at the end of the day, you negotiated that rate, whether he's getting $1,000 profit, the broker, he's getting zero, it doesn't matter. You negotiated that rate, so you're not feel like you're getting cut. Any other way, very few companies are going to give you the exact rate on, in my opinion. So, so when you do get in this, don't fall in that trap of, oh well, oh well. Just make sure they're one of those companies, because what they do, this is where the good companies come in, at least decent good, is that they make sure you make your money, whether you're owner operator or whether you're a company driver. They make sure that you're making your money at the end of the week, decent money, what you find decent. So yeah, they could be cutting 1,000 off the top. It doesn't matter. They're making sure you're making your money. So that's where you got to find that balance. But yeah, so percent is still good, percent is still good. But for me, like I said, it really depends what you're doing. It really depends what you're doing. If I were local, depending, LTL and all that, it looks like these guys make decent money. I don't know much about the LTL. If I was local, oh, the battery is dying. Oh, 10%. Let me try to wrap this up or charge it. If I was local, guys, I would be, oh yeah, I could just charge it. This damn video don't stop. If I was local, home every day, I would just, first thing I would do, I would make sure, to be honest, that, let me charge this. If I were local, guys, I will freaking make sure, let me see if this stupid thing is charging. I would make sure, guys, that, oh, I got a freaking mess in here, sorry guys. All right, if I was local, I would make sure that I would probably not want mileage. If it's just straight mileage, I would not want mileage. But then again, it depends case on case basis. This is what I'm gonna say to help you out. This is what I'm gonna say. Again, you got 3 ways. You got miles, you got hourly, you got percent. The first thing you want to do, if you're looking, especially for the new guys that got skin in the game, you kind of already got a drift of this. But the new guys, I mean, obviously get your experience. Once you got your experience, then you can start picking and choosing. Don't let nobody tell you percent is better. Do not. It's not better. Their experience, in my opinion, is that they got in a situation where, like I said, the company's making sure you're making your money. And if you can, that's the situation they got in. Oh yeah, I will make sure that you talk with drivers that are in that company. You talk with the boss, whoever, or recruiter, whatever, and you make sure what are guys averaging. So if guys are averaging, let's say you're looking to make $1,500 a week. If guys are averaging $1,500 a week, if that's what guys are averaging, then you already know. It doesn't matter. It just kind of doesn't matter, If your percent, doesn't matter if your mileage, doesn't matter if you're hourly. Guys are, it's straightforward. I mean, they're making $1,500 regardless of the fact. So that's the main thing. Me personally, I feel like as an OTR driver, OTR flatbed driver, I feel like mileage, company driver, I feel like mileage is a little better for me. Because right now the rates are super good. What I'm bringing in right now, I think it's pretty damn decent. But I also feel like I could probably boosted it up by 5 to 10% if I would have just went percent. I could have boosted it up 5 to 10%, but I feel like it could drop anywhere from 5 to 20%, maybe even 25%. if I would have went percent and the rates go back down. You see? So I feel like with the deadhead and the mileage, I'm always gonna be with the mileage. If the rates go down, it's not dropping no 5 to 25%. Might drop 5%. It might even pick up 5% because now the rates didn't drop. We got a deadhead even more miles pick loads up, you know. So that's how I see it. But yeah, man. So the main thing is, because you know, hourly is pretty decent, especially if you're getting time and a half. Hourly is decent. Percent is decent. Percent is decent. Drop my phone. Percent is decent, and what else? They're all good, especially if you're making money at the end of the week. You know, that's the main thing. I hope this helped though. But I do what I really wanted to implement is when I first got into percent, I'm like, man, percent is it. Why would anyone want anything else? Percent is it. It's not. It's not. You know, it's not. A lot of the cases it is though. A lot of good cases it is for sure. I'm not gonna lie. It is very good. You know, but like if you're a flatbed driver, OTR, I definitely wouldn't aim for percent. If you could get a high mileage rate, you know, if you get a high mileage rate. And yeah, this is this video. I know I was everywhere with it. I hope to help. If it was just kind of sloppy and everywhere, I apologize. I'm not the most organized vlogger. I'm new at this, but just trying to help and give out some information as I can. They're all good. I'm not saying none is bad. These are all my opinions. But at the end of the day, the main point is see what drivers are averaging. Because it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? See what drivers are averaging. Because you could be getting 30%. I could be getting 25%. We could be in two separate companies. I could be making $500 more than you at the end of the week. And we're pulling the same damn loads. The same damn days. Just like that. Why? Because companies cut from the top, you know? So, you know, that's how it is, you know? If your mileage, it can't really cut from no top, you know? It can't cut from no top. So if you're getting a high mileage rate, I feel like you're in a solid position. If you're dry van, what would I do if I was dry van? It's a tricky one. It depends. It got to be a super high mileage rate, or I would probably go percent and making sure that drivers in that company are averaging. It doesn't matter. Just take the percent and make sure drivers in that company and the recruiter, you know, says that they're making such and such amount. So proof. If you got that, you're solid. Just take your percent, whatever. They're gonna cut for the top like this. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why is all this hair falling? I'm messing up. No, they're gonna cut from the top, but you're gonna be straight. It's freaking burning. I'm in Alabama, man. They're gonna cut from the top. You're gonna be straight. Don't matter. I worked for two companies that cut off the top, and I was making decent money, you know, very good money. So it doesn't matter. Just make sure other guys are, you know what I mean? Yeah, just make sure other guys are doing their, what do you call it, guys? At least to speak to two guys, one guy just, and especially, you know, if it's a smaller company, usually they're pretty legit. If it's a bigger company, I don't know. The bigger companies like Swift and Warner, just, you know, I hear so many horror stories of, I don't know, I just hear so many horror stories of, you know, people talking about the recruiter said this, and then you get there and then it's something else. So, but as far as the smaller fleets, anywhere from 20 to even 100 trucks, you more or less gonna know what you're gonna be making a week. Just talking to a couple guys and talking to a recruiter, because a recruiter there is more tuned in touch with the drivers on a regular, you know. So you're gonna know. Yeah. So I hope this video helped, guys. Thanks for that freaking 1 subscriber, yo. I can't believe it. Can't freaking believe it. I've got a subscriber. I'm gonna keep pushing out some videos and tips. I thought this was like a super good, I'm like, yo, this is a super good topic to talk about. And I am actually freaking everywhere with it, as you see. But at least I gave you the gist of it. Just the main thing is make sure, again, what guys are averaging. Don't matter if it's percent, hourly, this, because, you know, at least you know you're going to be making that to that. Yeah. And that's about it, guys. I'm going to think if you got any questions.